Welcome to Law You Should Know. The law affects every aspect of our lives, our home, our jobs, and our recreational activities. Now you can learn about the law and how to protect yourself against the loss of your liberty or property. Learn how to stand up for your rights and seek compensation when you have been wronged. Your host for Law You Should Know is attorney Kenneth J. Landau with the Mineola Law Firm of Shane, Dox, Denisi, and Corker. He's a member of the Committee on Professional Ethics of the Bar Association of Nassau County and counsel to the Nassau Academy of Law. And now, here is your host for Law You Should Know, attorney Kenneth J. Landau.
Hi, this is Ken Landau, and welcome to Law You Should Know. Today is a special show with the new president of the Nassau County Bar Association, Rick Collins. Rick, congratulations on becoming the president of the Nassau County Bar Association.
Thank you so much, Ken. Thank you very much.
In a few minutes, we'll talk about the many services you provide to the residents and lawyers in Nassau County. But tell us about the history a little bit of the Nassau County Bar Association.
So the Nassau County Bar Association is one of the oldest bar associations and the largest suburban bar association in the country. We were founded in 1899, and the physical building of the Bar Association, which we call Domus, located in Mineola on 15th and West Streets, was built in 1930. And we've got somewhere between upwards of 4,500 to 5,000 members.
And what plans do you have for the coming year as the president of the Bar Association?
So, as you probably know, Ken, I'm a bit of a fitness fanatic. Spend some time in the gym, so strength is important to me. And so I've kind of themed my presidency around the idea of making the Bar Association stronger in my year as president. So I've got a lot of initiatives going. We've got some stuff going on to make the building itself stronger. We have a new roof going on and some refurbishing of the physical structure. And I'm also looking to build more membership, so make the numbers stronger. And lastly, I want to bring the Bar Association even further into the current milieu. So we're talking about better social media existence for the Bar Association, upgrading the website, and things along those lines.
And let's go back to fitness for a second. Your area of practice, one of your many areas of practice and something you're known throughout the country, is your involvement with fitness law. So tell us about that.
I'm very, very blessed that I was able to, not through any great design or purpose on my part, just sort of organically, to be able to integrate what interested me outside of being a lawyer with the skills that I acquired in law school and training as a lawyer. So my practice is somewhat unique. I think I'm the only lawyer that really does it. So my practice is kind of where fitness and the law intersect. I've represented lots of people on all sorts of problems involving bodybuilding and fitness. I've represented a lot of people on performance-enhancing drug issues, whether it's athletes or people charged with criminal offenses related to that. My practice involves dietary supplements and sports nutrition products. Basically, it's kind of where regulatory and legal issues intersect with fitness.
And this is, you've represented the people both near and not so famous and very famous and throughout the country.
Yes, I have a national practice. I've gotten to meet some very, very interesting people. I'm, as a former competitive bodybuilder, I'm very involved in bodybuilding. I represent professional bodybuilding as a sport. I represent the International Society of Sports Nutrition, and through my sports nutrition and bodybuilding circles, I've spent some time and met former Governor Schwarzenegger in California, and Sly Stallone, and many other people who were icons when I was coming into the age of bodybuilding myself. And so I have a national practice, and I've helped people all over the country.
And just tell us about the other areas that your firm, which is one of the most prominent firms in Nassau County and this the New York area represent?
Thank you for saying that, Ken. We are very proud. We've spent a lot of time since 1990 when we were founded in building our reputation in the Long Island community as well as beyond. And we were founded originally as a criminal defense firm, but we've expanded over time, and so we have lawyers who are former prosecutors who do exclusively criminal defense practice, but we also have a division of the firm that does personal injury, car accidents, and things along those lines, and we work closely with another firm that does elder law and estate planning. So we have a variety of different areas of law to help serve the community.
Let's turn back to the members of the Bar Association. I know every year you go speak to law students in the local law schools and explain to them why joining the Bar Association of Nassau County may be one of the most important things they can do as a law student. Why is that?
I really believe that, Ken. I think today, a lot of the younger people spend so much of their time in their phones, using technology, interacting with people in cyberspace and not in real space. And so the Bar Association is a way to interact with both networking with other lawyers, interacting with judges, finding real-life mentors, finding out what to expect in the real world. Law school is one thing, and you can learn specifics about the law, but the best way to learn what it means to be a lawyer, what it's like to practice law, what to expect in the real world, is to actually get to the Bar Association and talk to lawyers who are doing it.
And it's also very important for law students and young lawyers to network with practicing lawyers to find out what areas are hot, and perhaps they could be meeting their future employer.
Absolutely. It's what areas are hot and what areas they like. And so coming down to the Bar Association is a way that you can meet with and talk to lawyers in all sorts of different areas of practice to find out what their days are like, what their lives are like, what their jobs are like, and help you decide what better way to potentially get a job when you're fresh out of law school or in your last year of law school than by meeting lawyers who are hiring partners, and there's plenty of them down at the Bar Association. And membership for law students, by the way, is free. So there's absolutely no reason not to come down to the Bar Association and join.
And there's also many judges out who are members of the Bar Association and active in the Bar Association, so it's a very good way to meet a judge in a non-judicial setting.
Yeah, I think that meeting judges in a setting that's outside the courtroom as a person-to-person kind of interaction certainly makes it less intimidating, particularly for younger lawyers, to step into a courtroom and to see a person in a black robe sitting on a bench.
Now, what about for more senior lawyers and let's say lawyers who've been practicing for 5, 10, or 15 years? Why is it important for them to continue to be members of the Bar Association?
Well, I think our senior lawyers are some of the most important lawyers that we have in the Bar Association because it's their opportunity to kind of give back. They are the mentors to the younger lawyers that we've just talked about, the lawyers who've already been there, who've done it, who know how it's done for years and years, are one of our most valuable resources for all of the new lawyers who now come up looking to learn, to develop their practice, to learn how to develop a practice. And of course also, look, you never stop learning at any age. Even the oldest lawyers can certainly continue to learn, continue to take education courses, and as you know, continuing legal education is required for all lawyers, young and senior. So the Bar Association is a terrific way to continue to sharpen and hone your skills at all ages.
And in recent years, the Bar Association has made CLE free and part of their due structure.
That's a decision we made a couple of years ago, and it was one of the best decisions I think that we did make. We have an Academy of Law at the Bar Association that's dedicated to educating lawyers on specific areas of law, on trial tactics, on everything that a lawyer needs to know to have all of the skills that would benefit their practice and help their clients. And so at this point, when you become a member of the Nassau County Bar Association, all of those courses, all of those continuing legal education courses, and we have about 75 to 80 courses per year, and all of that through the Academy of Law is free by becoming a member.
And many programs are in person, so it provides another networking opportunity. And it's a very easy way for attorneys to refresh certain skills or to learn about a new area of the law.
Absolutely, and it's, as you say, a great way to rub elbows with lawyers who may be potential mentors because they practice in your area but are more senior, or lawyers in other areas that you don't practice in who may be sources of referral of cases and mutual referrals back and forth.
And you mentioned, we talked about law students and young lawyers. The Bar Association also provides free membership for lawyers in their first year of admission and provides many special activities for them at the Bar Association.
Absolutely, and we have a new lawyers committee which has specific activities for newer lawyers. And I can say, as a lawyer who's been a member of the Bar Association for more than 25 years, that we are very, very welcoming of younger lawyers. We know that the newer lawyers and the younger lawyers are the future of the Bar Association, and we want to make every single one of them feel welcome when they come through the door.
Rick, we have to take a short break now. When we return, we'll talk about other programs for lawyers and for the general public, many of them free, at the Bar Association of Nassau County. You're listening to 90.3 WHPC, the voice of Nassau Community College, and also over the internet at nccradio.org. We'll be back in a moment.
This portion of programming on WHPC is brought to you on behalf of the Nassau County Bar Association, helping both the public and lawyers since 1899. They are the largest suburban bar association in the country. The Nassau County Bar Association offers clinics where you can meet privately with an attorney to prevent or solve legal problems involving Hurricane Sandy, foreclosure, wills, or elder law. Speakers on almost any legal topic are also available to schools or community groups. They can also help lawyers advance their legal careers and offer a place to network. Learn more about the Nassau County Bar Association by calling 516-747-4070 or visit nassaubar.org.
Once again, we continue with Law You Should Know. From the Mineola Law Firm of Shane, Dox, Denise, Corker, and Sauer, here is attorney Kenneth J. Landau.
Welcome back to Law You Should Know. We're talking with Rick Collins. He's a very prominent attorney in Nassau County and the senior and founding partner in Collins, Gann, McCloskey, and Barry. As you've heard, he has a very unique practice involving fitness, and his firm is involved in many other areas of the law. Rick, tell us how you first got involved with the Nassau County Bar Association.
When I got out of law school, an assistant district attorney, and I worked for Dennis Dillon, who was the DA at the time, and I was there for 5 years. When I left that practice and went into private practice and formed my own firm with my partner Mark Gann and my other partner at the time, Robert McDonald, who's now a justice of the New York State Supreme Court, we found that, look, the best way to develop our practice was to join the Bar Association. So I did that immediately upon becoming a private practice lawyer. I got more involved. I recognized the value. I started meeting with more and more lawyers in my area of practice and outside my area of practice. And over the years, I became to love the Bar Association, to love the opportunity to spend time with my colleagues, and also to give back to the community in the ways that the Bar Association does.
So tell us about some of the ways that the Bar Association gives back to the community and helps lawyers and also helps the general public.
Well, certainly lawyers are helped because the Bar Association gives them the opportunity to enhance their skills, to develop their practice, to get their free CLE, as we noted, to learn from other experienced lawyers, to network with them. But the public, of course, benefits because better lawyers make for happier clients. Having lawyers that are at the top of their game, that are up to speed on all of the latest developments in the law through the Academy of Law is super important, obviously. But we do other things for the public as well. And you, I'm sure, remember Superstorm Sandy back in the day when so many houses after that storm went into foreclosure. And we started at the Nassau County Bar Association clinics to help people who were affected by Superstorm Sandy. And so we still do that twice a month. We have meetings where it's open to the public, foreclosure clinics, so that people who are the public who are at risk of losing their home due to foreclosure can come in and sit down with a lawyer at the Bar Association and get help for that situation. And we also have an open house twice a year where people can come to the Bar Association with any legal problems and sit down with a lawyer for free at Domus and get a lawyer to look at and talk to them about what they need.
Now, once a lawyer is a member, they're able to join various committees. Tell us about the committee system at the Bar Association, how it can help lawyers.
So really, it's been often said that the committees are the backbone of the Nassau County Bar Association, and it really is true. It's through the committees that a lot of the day-to-day, roll-up-your-sleeves work of the Bar Association gets done. And we have over 50 committees. Most of them are substantive law committees. So there's a committee for matrimonial law, and there's a committee focused on criminal law and real property, real estate law, and bankruptcy law, and all the other personal injury, all the other areas of practice that the lawyers of Nassau County engage in are represented there. And so it's through those committees that lawyers can interact with their peers, can enhance their skills, can learn more, and through those committees, there's also continuing legal education opportunities as well. And the committees, separate from the Academy of Law, but the committees themselves offer about 75 committee meetings a year that do offer continuing legal education, and that's morning, noon, and night. The Bar Association has meetings that are breakfast meetings, lunch, and even dinner meetings.
And many of them now provide for free CLE credit, and it's another way to network with people, to learn about what's happening in a particular area of the law, and even to learn about job opportunities.
Absolutely.
How does the lawyer referral panel operated by the Bar Association help both members of the public and attorneys?
So the Lawyer Referral Service was founded quite a number of years ago, and so that a member of the public who is looking for a lawyer and doesn't want to use the internet or a phone book without a recommendation can call up the Bar Association and ask for the Lawyer Referral Service. And there are lawyers who are members of the Bar Association who have joined the Lawyer Referral Service, and the Bar Association will give the names of those lawyers who are members in good standing of the Bar Association, and a client can call them up, and the lawyer will be kind of matched to the client's needs in the area of law that the client's problem is situated in.
And the members of the public who are calling lawyers can get a very, very low fee for an initial consultation. And for lawyers, it's giving them a source of clients interested in a particular area of the law.
Yes, and it's another way for lawyers to give back, which is something that's very important at the Bar Association and is done in many, many different ways.
Another unique service or program at the Bar Association is the mentor program. Can you just tell us about that?
Sure. Our mentor program is focused on lawyers who go into schools, typically middle schools, and spend time usually in a big lunchroom at tables in one-on-one interactions with middle school students who might benefit and be inspired by lawyers who can learn about what it's like to be a lawyer, who can learn what law school is all about, and it's also an opportunity for the lawyers to interact with the kids. And some of them are very bright kids. Some of them are challenged in some ways, and so the mentor program is a wonderful way for lawyers to be somewhat role models to the next generation.
And just tell us about the We Care program that's run by the Bar Association.
Well, we're very, very, very proud of the We Care program. It is a arm of the Bar Association that is our charitable arm, and it is for the purposes of raising money for a whole variety of different, very worthy causes. And so we have a number of functions, including, for example, a golf outing in the summer. In September, we typically have we offer a connection to the Tunnel to Towers run of the Stephen Siller Foundation. We have something called Dress to a T, which lawyers can get dressed up and do sort of a fashion show, a runway show. So there's many, many different events that We Care sponsors in order to raise money. And we have 2 grant cycles a year where charities that need to be funded because of the good works that they do in the community can come to us with proposals which are vetted by committees at the We Care level, and then grants can be issued at that point. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful way for lawyers to give back, literally just give back to the community.
Another way that you help lawyers, you mentioned the mentor program for out-of-risk youth, but if a young lawyer or not so young lawyer has a question or concern about some aspect of an area of law or a case, is there a mentor program where the Bar Association will help match them up with someone in that field who they can get advice from?
There is, and there are opportunities for mentorship at the young lawyer to senior lawyer level, where any young lawyer or practitioner who is less experienced in a particular area of law or has a question that would be best answered by a lawyer, perhaps a trial practice question that is best answered by somebody much more seasoned, then the Bar Association is a great place to just reach out, and the staff of the Bar Association, and we have full-time staff there, absolutely wonderful people under the leadership of Executive Director Liz Post. It's a wonderful staff. They do a fantastic job, and they will make sure that the person who has questions, the lawyer who would be served by advice, is matched up with a lawyer who can help.
Now, the Bar Association also offers lawyers a lawyer assistance program. Can you explain that?
Yes. There are professions that are very high stress, and candidly, the legal profession can be very stressful. And so there are times when lawyers, like all of the folks in the community, can be under extreme pressure or can have other problems that might affect their ability to be at their best. And so the Lawyers Assistance Program was founded so that lawyers who are having problems, lawyers who are struggling within their profession, lawyers who are struggling personally, whether they are having depression or some other type of mental illness, or whether they are having problems with alcohol or some other type of addiction, that they can call the Bar Association Lawyer Assistance Program and have a completely confidential phone call with experienced staff that will help them so that the lawyer can gain control over the problems. And there have been many, many, many wonderful success stories of lawyers who were struggling were having problems of one kind or another and contacted the Lawyers Assistance Program and were able to get the help they needed.
And even if they're having problems because of illness or disability or stress managing their practice, the Lawyers Assistance Program will try to help them resolve their problem or at least to mitigate it.
Absolutely. And so the Lawyers Assistance Program is something that benefits both the lawyers and the clients by making sure that a lawyer who may be struggling, maybe perhaps with Alzheimer's or some other type of disability that may be worsening over time, that the Lawyers Assistance Program can step in to make sure that the lawyer is being taken care of, but also that the clients are being taken care of.
We just have a moment or two left in the program. Why is the Nassau County Bar Association more important than ever?
Lawyers get a bad rap, Ken, and they're often the punching bag of late-night television hosts, and the public. It's often said, nobody likes lawyers until they absolutely need one. But the Nassau Bar Association really exists to change that, and I think now more than ever, the good works that are done through the Bar Association, through all the programs that we've mentioned, including the phenomenal We Care program that really goes out into the community and invests in the charitable causes that are needed. I think now more than ever, this is something that people, the community, need to know, that lawyers are out there and they're doing the right thing. They're making a difference and they're making Nassau County a better place.
I wish we had some more time, but I'd like to thank the new president of the Bar Association, Rick Collins, for being guest on the show. The contact information for the Bar Association is telephone number is 516-747-4070. Again, if you're a member of the public or an attorney that would like to participate in these many services, and the website is nassaubar.org.
Thank you so much, Ken.
Thank you. And please, if you missed any part of this, you can find the podcast of this program or many other programs of Law You Should Know at the nccradio.org website. And you were listening to 90.3 WHPC, the voice of Nassau Community College. Please join us next week at this same time for another program about the law.